Hello everyone and welcome back into another video. Today we're once again back in Warframe for another build, and this time we're having a look at the Tombfinger. This is one of the barrel attachments for Kitguns, and it can be used to either make a rifle or a pistol. The pistol version shoots a bullet that will deal damage on impact and also deal damage in a small AoE around it, so that's pretty neat. And the rifle version pretty much works the same way, but you can also charge the bullet to create a bigger explosion and also deal more damage. But that's enough introductions for now, so let's jump into the build. Starting from the pistol version, these are the parts you need, and you can buy them from Rudzud in Fortuna. They are not expensive, but you may need to rank up your syndicate. And these are the mods I am using on this weapon. I'm running Galvanized Diffusion for a lot of multi-shot, and on kill even more multi-shot, Galvanized Crosser for crit chance, and on headshot kill even more crit chance, Prime Pistol Gambit and Prime Target Cracker for more crit chance and more crit damage, Semi-Pistol Cannonade to increase my damage by 300%, lock my fire rate, and also gain 1.5 meters of punch through, which in this case it does not apply to the weapon, because this weapon cannot make use of that. Scorch and Prime Heated Charge for a lot of hit damage and status chance, and finally Galvanized Shot for more status chance, and on kill 40% more direct damage per status type affecting the target up to 3 stacks. If you want to invest an additional format, or if instead you have format at D instead of a V in here, I do recommend running Little Momentum for the projectile speed, which is really useful. Moving to the arcanes, since this is a Kitgun, it has access to both the Kitgun arcanes and the normal secondary arcanes. The Kitgun arcane I choose is Pack Seeker, that on headshot kill will summon 4 projectiles that will deal damage to nearby enemies, and the secondary arcane I choose is Cascadia Flare, that on hit status effect increases damage by 12% for 10 seconds up to 490%. Moving to the primary version, these are the parts I'm using, and you also get these ones from Fortuna. And this is the build I'm running on this weapon. Galvanized Scope for more crit chance on headshot, and on headshot kill even more crit chance, Galvanized Chamber for more multi-shot, and on kill even more multi-shot, Speed Trigger for more fire rate, Prime Firestorm to increase my blast radius by 44%, Thermite Rounds for more heat and status chance, Vital Sense for more crit damage, Critical Delay for more crit chance at the cost of some fire rate, and finally Galvanized Aptitude for 80% more status chance, and on kill 40% more direct damage per status type affecting the target up to 2 stacks. In the Exilo slot I am running Terminal Velocity to increase projectile speed, and in my Arcane slots I am running Packed Charge to make the weapon work on a battery instead of just magazines, and Primary Merciless to increase damage by 30% up to 12 stacks on kill. This Arcane also boosts reload speed, and that makes a reload only 0.9 seconds. Okay, those were pretty much the builds, let's now see them in action. Here we have a level 225 Orkin Battalion with Steel Path modifiers, so those enemies are pretty much the tankiest thing you can find in game, because actually level 225 is not that easy to get unless you're doing endgame content. And let's start with the primary version of the Tombfinger. This weapon won't be that great at first, because we don't have any of the merciless stacks already built. Also the AoE is huge, and if you're standing too close to it, you can get staggered. You can of course kind of skip the building process by using Madurai, and well, that gives you enough damage to kill pretty much anything, and the way you can stack your merciless a lot faster at the start of a mission. Let's summon some fresh enemies now that we have 11 stacks, 10 now because I staggered myself, but yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect. The enemies do not like being hit in the head with these bullets, and the explosion is also very large, which means you can affect a lot of enemies at once, and if you hit them in the head, it's almost a one-shot all the time, unless we're talking about corrupted heavy gunners, which have a lot more armor and HP, but yeah, it's a solid weapon. You can get it for very cheap at the start of the game, so why not? This is of course more of an endgame build, so this is kind of the best scenario for this weapon, and we haven't applied any armor ship yet because that's a thing people do in game, so let's do that. And well, now of course we are able to one-shot pretty much all of them. Even corrupted heavy gunners do not stand a chance. If we don't one-shot them, the heat stacks are able to jump through their HP. Yeah, that's pretty much the primary version. It's pretty good. Now moving on to the secondary version of the Tombfinger. This is a bit better, although the only thing is that we have to stack Cascadia Flare up to like a bit at least. The way we can actually start dealing damage, so we can make use of the little bit of AoE that this weapon has to do that a little bit faster, and now we have 200, it should be more than enough to start pretty much one-shotting everything. Also, there will be bullets flying around that's caused by Pack Seeker. They're like bluish because they take your energy color in consideration, and they will be summoned and then attack nearby enemies, and well, that happens, they just die. That's what Pack Seeker does, and let's just keep doing that. Just one-shot them, try and hit them in the head if you can, It's easier on some enemies than others. And yeah, that's pretty much all of them gone. I think the secondary version is a bit better because it's a semi-weapon, so it has access to the Cannonade mod, and also since it's a secondary weapon, it has access to Cascadia Flare. There's also a very fun thing you can do with these weapons, and that is sending enemies into space, so that's fun, you know, you can do that, which is very entertaining. I mean, ragdolling enemies is always very fun, and in this case they just go flying. I'm not sure why they do that, and it works for both versions, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know, and I find that very entertaining. I would consider building the secondary version before the primary version, but that's completely up to you. You can use the one you prefer the most. And that's pretty much the Tombfinger. It's an incredible weapon for beginners, and it's also able to pretty much carry you through the whole game if you build it correctly. These weapons will also deal a lot more damage if you add like a roar buff, or if you prime the enemies with viral, so there's a lot that you can do to make them deal even more damage, but that's completely up to you. Alright, I will now leave you guys to the showcase where I test these two weapons in a 5-minute survival in Steel Path against greener enemies. That way you'll be able to see how they perform in a more realistic scenario. If you enjoyed the build, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Have a great rest of the day, and bye bye.
My head in my hands, listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, I'll love you, that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. I've loved you, that's on you. I'll be on a fleet soon, and I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know those propaganda, how do you do? Better get in my own medicine for you. Never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know that lose, don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know that lose, don't mind if I do. Free as the wind, and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath, like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on the fleeting Tory and I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know those propaganda, how do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know that lose, don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know that lose, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Self-affliction, prey on me when I'm lonely, and I'm your willing victim. My friends already told me, but I don't wanna listen.